Morning. Let's get some more Against the Stormmen. So last time we made this nice little city of Nearus, and I think what I want to do this time is either start working towards this question mark or this one. This is probably going to get us the most food, and then we can go here, which looks like, well, we have to play in Royal Woodlands either way, which is a little unfortunate. I kind of wanted to play a different biome. But I guess we'll play Woodlands again and go down here. We don't really have a choice in the matter. What expedition bonus do we want to take? I really find starting with 10 tools appealing, and also 10 metal bars is very interesting. So what are we losing? We don't start with planks, and we start with less food. It's not the worst, honestly. Certainly not the worst thing that I've ever seen in exchange for being able to open a Glade event immediately. I think that's very worth. And we can embark with a little extra food as well. So, we're going to have to watch food a little bit here. It could be kind of scary. We need to be a little concerned with that. Mysteries. Workers in Scavengers Camp can gather insects during drizzle. Okay. We have fog. 40% slower if they don't have housing. -5 resolve if they don't have housing. -2 resolve if they don't have housing. And then 10% chance of consuming twice as much food. That seems not bad. We need to make sure that housing is sorted, but if everyone has a house, we really don't have mysteries. So that's pretty good. Get our initial layout done here. I'm almost positive this is going to be a small farm, but if we can't find fertile soil like here, or here, then perhaps it won't be. So let's get one of you guys down here. We'll get a second one over here. Yeah, I know I could choose a blueprint. I don't want to right now, though. We're going to cut through this glade, and we're going to cut through this glade. And then we'll also eventually cut through this glade. And we'll also probably cut through this glade. We're also going to need, oh no, Stonecutter's Camp, Harvester's Camp to get on this flax, and a Scavenger's Camp to get on these eggs. Put a bit of extra road in there. And then are we going to have enough wood to afford doing shelters? Yeah, we kind of need to. We just got to make sure that these mysteries don't creep up on us. So we'll do that. And then we need 4 decorations. So we'll go barrel, barrel, bench, bench. These are going to be priority 2, because we want to make sure woodcutter gets down first. And then these will be priority 1. And then after you're done with those, you can work on houses. There we go. We are off to the races. Seems like a pretty good start so far, but we'll see how things evolve over the course of the game. We'll get you guys in there. We'll get one in there. Is it alt that yeah. A trick that I learned yesterday. Very exciting. So you hold down Alt, and then you can just assign without going into the building, which is huge intel. You're going to need wood, and you're obviously going to need a lot of wood. And once you're done with that, we'll formalize the road structure that's going to lead you down there. What you got for me? Fungal guide? Okay. Incentivizes us to produce mushrooms. But I don't know that we have mushrooms right now, or any way of getting them. So let's take a look at a couple glades. Okay, mushrooms. Cache has ale and vegetables. That's not amazing. for us in this stage of the game. Now I want you to come over here, and I want you to crack this other glade. And then you can come back down here and you can clean this up a bit. And orders. Make a trading post have 10 amber. I'm not that into it because I don't think I have trading routes unlocked yet. But I guess I am going to build a trading post anyway, and I get 20 biscuits, and that's some nice early resolve. It's also tools, it's also machine parts, and I don't really care about any of that. So yeah, I will take trading post, even though I don't plan on trading that much. Complete glade events, have 3 packs of building materials, or just spend 5 tools to get a bunch of construction resources. I think I'd rather save tools so that I can use them on glade events. It would be nice to have 4 new villagers. And then sell goods, get amber. Alright, fine. I'll spend tools. Oh, I could just do it right now because I started with it. You know what? Actually, this is going to speed us up a lot in the early game because we're not going to have to do a crude workstation for any of that stuff. So yeah, I will spend 5 tools on that instead of opening a glade. I think that's actually a lot better. And then we get a 4th building. So that's fun. Each newcomer group has 2 additional villagers. So it builds us up faster, because we can always just not take villagers. On the other hand, over here, we do have the building that lets us gather mushrooms. So here's what here's my criterion, right? If I see any herb or berry node, because we've already got mushroom nodes down here, I'm gonna take the herbalist camp. Otherwise, I'm just taking small farm, because I think it's a lot safer. That's going to be our decision matrix for that. And you guys come down here. I want you to start squaring this off. Just like that. Also, I probably should have waited to finish that order until impatience hit 1, because we kind of just like wasted impatience there by taking a cornerstone or an order so early. I don't think that was optimal play, for sure. So give me one of you, so we can have someone working in there. I'd like to maintain high employment. And then we're just going to wait a bit. We do have like 1 more glade we could open, and then the dangerous glades we do first are probably going to be like you and you. Is what we'll take a look at. We'll have a road that loops around here eventually. I don't want to designate these trees yet because I'd rather they focus on the glade. But after that, I'll have them get to work clearing this corner of forest out, and then we can put a trading post right over here. But I'd rather get the houses up first. Because we do have clearance and then storm coming up pretty soon, and if we don't have housing for these mysteries, we're kinda in a world of hurt. Oh, that didn't actually crack the glade. There we go. Cut those 2 down. That'll do it. I don't think this will crack the glade either. I think we need to cut that tree down. Yeah. Okay. Let's also get you. So let's see how that goes. I might do a second housing block over here. We'll just plan ahead a little bit. Did not unlock big houses yet, though. Unfortunate. Hey, we don't have the... Well, we do have the blanks for it. So we could do it if we wanted to. Okay, over here, fertile soil. This pulls us strongly towards farm instead of forager's camp. Second fertile soil. Okay, we are absolutely taking farm. See, this is why you wait. Imagine if we had taken herbalist camp and then we cracked those glades and we're like, holy cow, we have so much fertile soil. Now we have excellent source of coal, decent source of planks, and simple tools, and we did start with 10 metal bars, so this looks pretty good. Fabric I'm not really looking at compared to these two. Also, packet of luxury goods is nice for selling to the trader, because we don't have trade routes yet. Yeah, sure. We'll take this, and now I'm looking for complex food. Rainmill, knowing that we have 2 farms about to go up, is very interesting to me. And then food. Yes, bakery. Perfect. We've gotten, man, pretty much like everything we need. So now what are we going to work on? We're going to do a bit of clearing around these fields. We're going to open up these glades a little bit more. And let's see, where's the farm going to go for you? It could go like anywhere over here, it looks like. So get this taken care of. And then we're probably going to run a road from like here. So you guys come over here. That you're working on over there is suddenly like way less important to me. Got extra flax deposits in there. I can't really move. It's tight in here with all these nodes. So let's clear a bit of forest out of the way. And now that we have looked at these closer, I'm kind of tempted to take Crowded Caravan because I don't see mushroom production really happening anytime soon. And even if we do, what do we use mushrooms for that we can't use grain for? I think mushrooms are a way to make flour. It's like flour or roots, mushrooms, and grain all makes flour, so we're not going to need that. For skewers, we can just do vegetables instead, so we're not going to need that. A Crowded Caravan, I think, is just going to let us get to our desired population faster and then stop. And then over here, this is going to need to get squared out eventually for a trading post, because I think a second block of houses might go here if we need to go from 12 to 24. So let's run you out here. First farm is going to go right, like, here, probably. And I guess there's really no harm to just getting them in. Road comes up there. You are going to grow vegetables, and then the one up here is going to go grain. So we've got a little bit of food income. Like, not great, because the 1-star vegetable farm is not incredible. But it will be a little bit of passive food while we kind of get up off the ground here. And then the other one will go grain. We don't have the workforce to staff any of these buildings yet anyway, so I'm not in a huge rush. But it'll still be nice to have. And then we can also open, like, you. We could also open you. We've got 3 dangerous glades that we could probably open pretty easily. Feeling really good about this one so far, though. This will be our last house. So mysteries are basically turned off now. We have full housing, and then even if we get to 2, we have full housing. So we can run woodcutters all the way through the storm, unless we run into resolve issues. Pop this out. Our poor single builder of a beaver is working very hard right now, and really struggling to keep up with everything we have queued for him, but he's going to get some help at the end of the storm. And it'll all be okay. This road's going to continue along here, and then it's going to do a turn. Actually, like right there is where it's going to do a turn, which is perfect, because that lines it up with this road down here. It's not necessary, but it is always nice when things work out to be a little bit symmetrical. And then we'll get a 4th house up just for protection. I'm almost sure that we're going to need a second block of houses over here, because the next villager wave is, what, usually 3 people for your first one, and then it's going to be +2 from crowded caravans, so we're going to get a +5. We're going to need 2 more houses. Might as well build them now. Like, we know it's going to happen. And we have 112 wood. So. Now, you can come over here. Oh, wait, you can hit all this flax, too. Yeah, yeah. If you go here, I'm never going to have to move you again. And then we can put a carpenter in this spot. Resolve is at 3. We're doing great. We're just going to have you guys lumberjack all through the storm. So we'll set up you. Keep me at like 25 planks. Oh, also, I need to... Let's see where I can move. It's like down here, good? You can sort of see. I don't think there's a great place to put myself, unfortunately. Maybe after I get a third villager, I can put myself like over here where the villagers go. Simple tools. I want you to keep me at... I want you to use planks because it's going to be more efficient. And I want you to keep me at like 20. And then luxury goods, we're not going to be making for a while, so just don't worry about those for the time being. So what kind of villagers do we want to see? I don't think we even have harpies unlocked yet, because we're only like, you know, smoldering city level 2, so it's probably just going to be humans and lizards again. Even if we did see harpies, they don't really do anything at this stage. We're heavy into lumber. Bakery's really going to make lizards happy. So I think we're probably just going to grab humans and lizards, and that's going to be it. We're going to need a lot of spare builders too. I don't think I'm going to assign anyone until we've gotten like all these roads built, all these decorations built, these 2 new houses built, farm fields built. Speaking of, there's 2 more sneaky ones over there. Yeah, so we're going to have 22 farm fields on the go. Not a bad start. And then also, as long as you're over here, I want you to take care of those 2 trees so I can put the road in. Alright, cornerstone. All houses have room for 1 more villagers is kinda interesting, but also, newly completed dangerous and forbidden glade events reducing hostility is very interesting. This is decent hostility mitigation, albeit in a map where we don't really care about it, but this is like, it's just, houses cost wood. It costs us nothing to cram more people into houses, and we don't have race-specific houses unlocked yet, so, you know, who cares? Just give me the glade hostility. And then migrants. I really want 2 humans so that I can work a farm, and I'm not that impressed by these, and I am kind of impressed by fabric. It's 4 fabric that a crude workshop doesn't have to make, so you guys get in here. And I'm gonna let everyone just build for a bit. Because our lone beaver that does build stuff is like catastrophically behind on orders because we've just been telling him to do more, do more, do more. So let's let that get caught up a little bit. And then we'll fill these up. We also are going to need a stonecutter's camp here relatively soon. And getting rid of these 2 trees looks like a pretty nice place to put it. But yeah, catch up on all these roads. Catch up on these 2 houses. We did level up our hub, so that's nice. Get some extra roads in here. Hey, Strong, how's it going? Welcome, welcome to my most recent obsession. Alright, you guys, let's see how much planting we can get done before drizzle. Dude, it's so good. I cannot stop. Just cannot stop playing it. Started a new profile and everything just so that I wasn't like picking up streams from like max level, but going really good so far. So it's a village simulator based. No, it's like the furthest. Let me show you all the different time pressures that I have going on here. So this bar, it's a village builder with a win con, right? So this is our win bar, and this is our lose bar. Our lose bar increases by 0.24 every minute. So this is just always ticking up. And when it gets to full, hang on, I've got an order. I do feel like I'll be discovering glades much more than I'll be doing trade goods and crops. So sure, give me 10 tools. And this will also like definitely be happening at some point this game. So I'll take that. So this bar's always going up. There's ways that you can make it go down, but this bar's always going up. And when it gets to full, you die. This number's also always going up. We have this years multiplier, which means every year the forest gets more and more hostile. And the more and more hostile the forest gets, the less happy our merry band of villagers over here are going to get. And if villagers start leaving, that increases your impatience, so you can get yourself stuck in this horrible death spiral where the forest is too hostile and nobody wants to be here, and because nobody wants to be here, your impatience just shoots through the roof. So the way you mitigate that is through this reputation. And there's a couple ways to get it. So we get these orders every once in a while. You can see that they unlock in a certain amount of time. Every time we finish an order, we get a reputation. Every time we get one reputation, impatience goes down by 1. So that's one way to mitigate it. The other way to mitigate it is through happiness. So we've got this resolve score over here, and each race or each species has a reputation threshold, where if they're so happy that their resolve goes over that threshold, they start to earn you reputation. And then it's like a more passive way of getting your experience bar full. And then in all of these glades over here, the ones with skulls and the ones with really scary skulls, there are events, and the events can give you reputation as well. Yeah, it's sort of like, I compare a lot of games to Anno, but it's sort of like an even more stressful version of Anno. Where and there's also like resource management and stuff going on too, right? Like these trees give us wood, turn wood into planks in your carpenter, you have to make food for everyone. These are all their needs. They want to be housed, they want to be fed, they want to have luxuries. You can clear the forest. The problem is you see this regular glades and dangerous forbidden glades score in hostility. It actually makes the forest angrier the more glades you open. So there's also a tension between how many glades do I want to open, how many glades can I afford to open, do I have the resolve to open a bunch of glades up given the hostility it's going to give me. It's pure mechanic soup, like, don't get me wrong, but it's a splendid game. Not only did they go all out, but you can tell that they've really deeply thought about how these systems are going to interact. Like, this is a clear love letter to roguelike games, which I am all about. You're gonna go there, get me one more egg. You're gonna come over here. You're gonna cut that part of the forest down. Where's my other lumber? You're over here? I want you to come over here. Clear this out. So we've got one farm working on veggies. Soon we're going to have one farm working on grain. We're going to work on getting this rain mill up. Rain mill is going to turn grain into flour, and I want you to just like straight up do that forever, and then don't think about scrolls or building materials, whatever that other one was. So we'll get that on the go, and then after that we're probably going to have to build a crude workstation, because I think we're pretty much like out of free materials that we've been getting. Dude, I've been meaning to play Valheim. I haven't played it, so the last time I played Valheim was a pre-Caves update, and I understand that it's changed quite a bit since then. Is this a true statement or a false statement? Is it like totally a different game now, or is it just there's more stuff going on, but it roughly has the same core gameplay loop? Extend this path. Why are you not building this? Am I overworking my like core builders again? Probably. Almost certainly. That's fine. When we hit storm, I think we're actually gonna have to take some people off of woodcutting, because resolve is getting a little dicey. Give me a trading post. Put you in there. And then I think Drizzle Year 3 will probably open this glade up, so let's get ready to do that. We'll come all the way out to the edge, and then when the next drizzle season starts, we'll just chop that last tree. I'll put one person in here. I'm not going to go two yet. Because I really want this farm up, and I don't know why people aren't doing it. Like, I guess you are oh, you're also making tools. That's rather interesting. Do we have any caches that we care about? That one's getting sent to the Citadel whenever we do it. That one's getting sent to the Citadel whenever we do it. And I think those are the only two we know about right now. This road is going to extend. It's going to extend one more time. Clay collection is good. We're working on this flax. This flax is about to go away, so we'll finally be able to finish this road that's really just bothering me on a fundamental level. And yeah, I think we're just chilling for storm season right now. And then when drizzle picks up again, we'll crack a glade. So what do we have to buy? Plantation, don't really care about. We've already got a farm. I'm not, like, berries would be good, don't get me wrong, but I think we've got enough food from other sources. Generous donation is like, whatever. I don't think it's worth 20 amber for us right now. Traders will arrive 15% quicker. I don't think I need any of these things right now. I'd rather just hold on to all my stuff than sell it to you. But thanks, Zorg. I appreciate it. You put some thought into that, I can tell. But it's not for me right now. Probably gonna do staff this too. Are builders mostly caught up? Yeah, builders are mostly caught up. They're coming over here to do the small farm now. So I think I can afford to put one of you in here. Actually, you know what? I don't need to do that at all. We still have 10 fabric and 10 brick. Just put a second person into the carpenter and make more lumber. The farm is up. So let's see how bad Storm gets this year. Yeah, a little bad. We're gonna have to cut one lumberjack. So we've got these things up here. We've got one beneficial mystery, and then we have 4 bad mysteries every season. This one's always the same. Every time you hit Storm, you get -4 global resolve, which is your little happiness score over here, per stack of hostility level. So as hostility goes higher and higher, people get more and more unhappy, like all the time, but especially unhappy in Storm, because it's all dark and gloomy and they have to cluster by the fire to stay warm, and it's just like not a good time overall. And one of the easiest ways to knock your hostility down is just by shaving woodcutters, because every woodcutter is like 24 hostility, or some insanely high number. So we shed one woodcutter for the Storm. Is this a boss? You'll see. You'll see what this is. If there's anything close to a boss, it's this. This is a boss. I don't know that we're going to open one of those this game, though. So there's like, there's these little glades, right? Like, ooh, it's spooky. There could be stuff in here. And you crack those and they have like some resources. They have a bit of flags. Sometimes they have crates. Sometimes they have fertile soil. These have different things in them. Also, I think we're gonna need more houses when this next group of people comes in. So let's get that started right now. Run a road out here. It's close enough. So here's what you have in these glades. It just, everything pops off. Every one of these dangerous glades, the one with the skull, has a dangerous event in it. Dangerous events have a timer, a threat timer. And if the threat timer expires, these things happen. So if we don't solve this in 10 minutes, the storm's duration is increased by 100%, and drizzle and clearance are decreased by 50%. That's horrible. We want to spend as little time in storm as possible. And then we also get an impatience point. So that's bad. The way you keep it from happening is you solve the glade event, which requires goods. In this case, 20 resin, which we have, so we'll be able to do that. And then there's also a working effect. And the working effect is something that's in play when you start working on the event and only goes away once you've finished it. So for this one, we don't have the ability to sacrifice goods in the hearth. And that's honestly, like, pretty fine. And then also, if we solve it, we get a choice. Do we want to salvage it to get a bunch of stuff, or do we want to convert it? And in this case, we get a global resolve bonus from converting it, which seems very good. So we're going to go investigate that. We can no longer sacrifice things here, which is another way that we can reduce hostility in an emergency, but that's okay. We've got high hostility. Yeah, it's very scary right now, I know. Beavers are unhappy, but we have enough of a resolve padding that we can last it out, because the storm's about to end. And then what else do we have in here? Shitload of veggies. Enormous farm field. Look at how hard this small farm is going to go. That's 8, 10, 14 crop fields. That's huge. Neither of these, I don't think, matter. So every year, you get to pick a cornerstone, and a cornerstone is a permanent buff that your settlement gets. Lost in the Wilds can get out of control if we discover too many glades. But also, we don't produce amber yet. But I think I'd rather, like, not have Lost in the Wilds get out of control, even if local tax never happens. And then we also want to take new villagers. I definitely want another 2 humans to work in the grain farm. And it would be nice to have, like, 1 lizard. Because we do need to build a bakery eventually. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I don't really need the parts, but I do need the lizards. How is this still not built? What are you guys doing in here? Make more planks. Then we've also got this encampment, which is just we get new people, which I actually might end up doing. Okay, I know I just said I didn't want more people, but maybe I do want more people if I can get them on my terms. Build a second house so everyone is housed. Finish this road. I mean, we do only have 2 idle laborers right now, so that's like pretty bad. It is going to cost us 20 food, but I think that'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Let's get ready to put this farm in as well. Road, come all the way out here. Oh, and it's going to line up perfectly. That's wonderful. You love to see it. Yeah, you're not doing anything important right now, so come all the way out here. What are you doing right now? You're also not doing anything important. Do you... We could crack that glade. I don't think it's that important. So let me just, for now, have you stop. I want you to go help people with building for a little bit. 3 minutes left on that. We also get this thing. It's a tablet. It gives you lore. Envy the lesser species, for they do not yet know what lies beneath, but in time they will understand. So there's like it's a kind of like Eldritch-ish, kind of, ooh, everything is really spooky kind of vibe going on, and there's lore tablets that are scattered around that, you know, give you information over time about it. These, I don't think we can do anything with either of those. We would need a forager's camp as well as an herbalist camp, and we do not have either of those things. But we do have a rain mill. So let's get 1 beaver in there. Start making us flour. And then as soon as this... Oh, you're not even working that egg deposit right now. Son of a... So I want to put a building here, but I want to make the egg deposit go away first. Actually, maybe instead I can put it up here. You come up here. Do not open that glade right now. I don't think we need the hostility. And then, do we have any of these double staff that don't need to be? No. Your labor is still, like, real thin. I do kind of need more people. I also could put down another hearth. Maybe, like, over here. We could open that glade, or we could just put it, like, across here. That would be an okay spot. After the event is done, anyway. And then we can get a warehouse over here, too, so they've got the shortest run in the world to farm that stuff. Here's our laborers. Okay. Give me a second beaver. Give me a second beaver. We're up to hostility 3 now, which is a little scary. But it's not that bad yet. And then up here is where our bakery is going to go. Once we get to that point. You're also going to need to go. All of you are going to go. Let's get rid of it all. Down here, we can just start building those farm fields. Things are getting spooky. We can fix it whenever we want, because we can just take a single woodcutter off and then we drop back down to 2. And we're going to have to do that in Storm, because look at how unhappy lizards are. Actually, they'd be more happy if I stuck them in here. So, you always need to staff your ancient hearth. Your hearth is like the big fire that reminds people that it's okay. And each species that you put in the hearth has a different bonus associated with it. So, lizards give you a +1 to global resolve, which is your happiness number. Beavers give you 20% slower fuel consumption. So, a log burns for 19 seconds with a beaver firekeeper. I'm assuming it'll update, like, you know, after this fire expires, but it's shorter, take my word for it. And then humans are 25% slower in patience, which is kind of nice. But there's also the specialization bonus. So some buildings have a specialization bonus associated with them. Like, this is wood, this is wood, this is engineering or farming. And each species has one job that they're really good at, that has a chance to double their production, and one job that they like doing that increases their resolve if they're doing that job. What is this? Welcome to village. I just did that. Why couldn't you have shown up like 5 minutes ago? I don't see that happening. So I guess we'll take this and hope we find another encampment. And then, do we have a way of making incense yet? Can we do that in our bakery? No. Can we do it in Rainbow? No. Can we do it anywhere? Incense is not a product for anything we do. Noted. But then, like, we're also not making ale either. And +2 grain would go extremely hard. Alright, fine. We'll find a way to make incense. Totem's done, so that's +3 resolve. And now you can see people are really, like, starting to get pogged up. So, the threshold for lizards to start getting reputation is 15. And one of the things that you can do is you can favor a certain species, which increases their resolve by 5 at the expense of decreasing other species' resolve by 5. But if we favor lizards, that pushes them from 13 to 18, which is going to push them over their reputation threshold and will start earning us reputation while they just sit there and it gradually ticks. So we're going to do that for as long as we can afford to do that. Probably like until Storm, when we're going to have to not favor them because beavers are going to be so unhappy they're going to leave. But it will be just some free reputation for a little bit. And then over here, we can squeeze a hearth in like right here. And then we can put a warehouse like right in front of that totem. And your hearth, your encampment, is just like a place where villagers go to hang out and fill needs and take a break and stuff like that. So having a hearth out here at this spot where there's going to be a farm and a warehouse, which is a place where they can drop off goods, is just going to decrease the travel times that we have associated with working this enormous farm over here. Can we fit a bakery in yet? No. That tree has to go. I feel like you're going to grow vegetables because food is getting a little scary right now. I'm not that scared yet, but I'm a little scared. We also have an event that we could finish. If you do packs of building materials up to 4, we can finish this clearing glades event, which would be nice. So actually, lizards are now so high that we don't need to favor them, and they'll still be at 15. So let's turn that off for the time being. Let's get some humans in here. Let's get a bakery in here. Bakery is going to make biscuits out of stuff that we don't have right now, but soon that'll be fixed. You're going to make pies out of stuff that we sort of have, but don't really have, and then you don't need pottery right now. These guys are working on flour. That's all going well. This road comes down here. This encampment is going to go here. Bakery's up. Bakery has a warmth specialization, so when lizards come in at the start of next season, we're probably going to stick lizards in there. Impatience is getting a little scary, but this is going to be -1. This we can do pretty much any time we want, and that's going to be -1. Like, we just go boom, 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 and then it's done. So I'm not stressing that too much. Food is looking a little scary. I'm not going to lie to you about this. But as soon as this farm comes online, it should solve all of our problems. And then the other thing we're going to do here, where do I want to put you? Maybe like over here. You can just start opening glades. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to put a road in here. And as soon as this hearth is built, I'm going to grab these 4 houses and move them over here, because that's going to upgrade that hearth once we put decor in. So we'll do like barrels, benches. You need to be staffed. And then you guys are going to move over here. This costs us a wood, I think? 5 wood. So this is going to burn 20 wood, but in exchange, it's not going to fit. There's a berry bush there. You piece of shit. Alright, fine. You can have a creepy spot behind the totem. The upshot is that by upgrading the hub, we get a +2 to global resolve for every hub that's upgraded. So that's just going to be another free +2 resolve, which is great news for us. We are in Storm though, but everyone is happy. We don't even have to shift workers around. We're just chilling. And that's even before this hub is up, so people are going to go even higher once that hub is working. Fuck it, I will open glades. I'm feeling like I can't be stopped. As soon as this is gone, I'd actually like to run out there with that, I think. I'm a little worried that, like, we have not gotten a second reputation. That's less than desirable, I would say. But I think it's alright. We're not pressured on impatience that badly. And we do have 1, 2, 3... sort of 4 events that we can kind of just like finish on demand. Sort of, kind of. Maybe start working towards this glade, because we're going to open that up. And we could open this one up like from down here. So let's get ready for that. You're still working on eggs. I don't think there's anything else we really have to do right now. We got you open. What's in here? Berries and roots. It's not great. It's not great like at all. But it is our second glade event that we needed to open. We're going to put a road back here. And then we're going to move you over here so you can reach it. That should open the glade. Alright, cornerstone. Woodcutter's Prayer I don't think we need. We're generating a lot of wood. So this means that if we unpause the game before we choose it, like to hide resources or sell them a bunch because we know that this is coming up, then we don't get to choose this anymore. And that's because it destroys all of our stored fuel. Not only our wood, but also like coal if we had it, sea marrow if we had it. It destroys everything. So we lose 259 wood, but we get +1 to wood production. Or we can just take Calming the Forest again and like never have to worry about hostility. Because every glade event every 2 glade events we complete reduce hostility by 1 functionally. So that seems really good. I'm gonna take that. And then we're also gonna take people in. And at this stage, I would really like to grab this one. I do not need 5 more beavers. There's no way. This is 1 new farm that we can staff, or I can stick them in the bakery. This is bakery workers, and then this is, you know, you'll be around. So let's go, yeah, bakery. We're going to need new housing for you. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to have to build 2 of these. and then we'll do Glade 3. We could open this one. This could be Glade 4. It is a long walk, but... You know what? Sure, let's open another dangerous glade. I'm feeling very strong. Feeling like I can't be stopped. So this will be 3rd glade opened, 4th glade opened. Sahilda's here. What do you have for me? Packs of goods? Don't really want them. 4 plant fiber for every 12 vegetables is kinda interesting. Like, we are growing vegetables, but we don't really want to be. I did see that notification that said that we were low on food, though, and that scares me a little, so maybe I buy, like, some roots from you. 0.3. God, it's so expensive. Maybe I don't do that. Maybe what I do instead is just, like, staff more people in scavengers' huts. I don't want to... Well, I need 10 amber, actually, now that I think about it. So maybe I should just be like... Give me 10 amber. And then... What can I sell you? I can sell you 1 pack of building materials. I really don't want to have to sell parts. But what are my plans for them, realistically? I don't have any. So I'll sell you 5, I'll still have 8, that'll give us 10. And now we just kind of get to go off, dude. So, trading post. It gives us 5 more parts. It rolls it. So there we go. That gives us a rep point. We get to choose a new building. An herb garden lets us grow herbs. Or a forager's camp lets us just pick up a bunch of vegetables and grain and insects on the ground that we've seen. But if we take herb garden, biscuits and pie both take herbs. And that seems like something that we want to grow. So we'll take herb garden. And then the next fertile soil we find is almost certainly going to be an herb garden. Or honestly, I could take this vegetable farm and just make this an herb garden too. You know, maybe after that crop comes in, I do that. And then we also have clearing glades, which is going to give us 4 new people, which is going to be another, probably like 2 houses, honestly. But that gives us another building. What's interesting here? Skewers is a little interesting. Pigment is pretty interesting. Smokehouse is incense, which we know we're going to need eventually, but we can't really do jerky because we're not finding a lot of meat or insects. Incense is wood and herbs, or resin, but a lot of resin. Sure. I don't love this pick at all, but I don't think I have a better option. And it's a 3x3. So you could go like up here. Clear that out. We're still really... Well, we're not that tight on food anymore. We got a bunch of biscuits. Show me... Oh, I can't do consumption control yet. I don't have it unlocked. There's a way that you can tell your villagers to like not eat raw meat and not eat raw insects so that you can actually use it in complex food, but I don't have that unlocked yet because there's an unlock system and stuff as well. So we'll have to wait on that. Push lizards to 17. Let's start getting some resolve out of them. We have a lot of beavers who could be working in lumber mills. So let's get them busy. You're staffed. You're not staffed. Staff that up fully. And then I think that's it. We have a lot of lazy laborers, or not lazy laborers. We have a lot of people not doing anything right now. Let's get one of you in there. Do I have anything for 4 lizards to do? I don't really think so. This is why I didn't want to take that perk that's like, you get a new villager every time you discover a glade. Because I have like 4 more villagers than I actually kind of want right now. And I'd be looking at getting 2 more if I crack these glades. It seems less than desirable. Smokehouse. God, just cut the... Could you cut the last tree? Please. I'm begging you. Just get it out of the way. There's a road down here that needs to be continued. Flax is going. It'll be gone soonish. That gives us 2 new villagers to do stuff with, basically, because it frees these laborers up, and I don't think they have any other nodes that they can work. Neither of these trees are about to come down. Oh, okay, here we go. You, out of the way. Smokehouse, here. You, jerky, all the time. Forever. Never stop jerky. Pottery, ignore it. Incense, yeah, that's fine. And go up to like 100. We need an herb garden so badly right now. This vegetable field is definitely going to go. Because vegetables are kind of ass. Each of these squares gets us 3 vegetables. If we turn it into an herb garden, I think each of the herbs is 6 herbs. And then we can take 4 herbs and turn it into 10 food. So 3 veggies is 3 food. 4 herbs is 10 food, alongside flour. It's just significantly more efficient. It's really going to extend our food. And not only that, but people like eating pies, they like eating biscuits, they like eating jerky, so it's also going to increase their resolve. The lizards are pogged up about the smokehouse. They get the resolve bonus because it's warm, and they get the meat production bonus to double their production. You love to see it. I need to get you as much meat as you can possibly find with that lore tablet. Where do I want the rest of my lumberjacks working? Why don't you just go like over here? Start clearing all that out. There's a lot of wood on the ground over there. Okay, flax and eggs. We're fine with that. That means, well, open the dangerous glade and then I'll give you something to do. I want to move this camp to like over here so it also reaches that flax. Yeah, you're already idle. You have nothing to do. I know. This is giving us ticking resolve. 0.14 per, or 0.14 reputation per minute. So that's just slowly going up because lizards are very, very happy. Can I start opening these? Do I have 10? I have 19 tools. Is that because we're making tools in here? Yeah, okay, so that's repeatable. Get in here and just open this up. Each one of these that we open is half a reputation. So that's also slowly moving our blue bar up. There are larger caches that take more tools that give you more reputation for opening them. So that will also move our bar up. But we are out of metal, so we can't make more simple tools. We need like a mine. We need to get really, or we need like a smelter, because we get copper from clay deposits sometimes, but not really enough to make an industry out of. What do we got here? -8 to global resolve. I think we can kind of afford to do that. So we're gonna pause woodcutting here for a bit, because that's gonna knock our hostility down. It's also going to free up 2 beavers to come and work on this. What do we get from this event? Harvesting crops is 25% faster. That's okay. 40 food is maybe necessary right now. Or we could get reputation. I think we're at a point. God, are we? Yeah, harvesting crops is really good, just to make sure that crops actually get finished. So why don't you investigate that one? Give me that perk. I think that matters to me. And then there's just a shitload of mushrooms in here, but we can't do anything with them. And then you can cut those down. You, I want to reassign. Give me 1 person over here still. We can take into the wilds. Get 10 tools out of it. That's pretty good. Lizard house, beaver house. We have 19 beavers, so that would be a nice little resolve bonus for them. But also a tavern. What does Gleeman's Tales do? +3 to global resolve. We don't have a way to make ale. We don't have a way to make training gear, but using 3 villagers to get 3 resolve might be okay. And maybe we find a way to make ale later. Who knows? Let's get that in there. Also, you guys need to start working on this. Glade event completed. Do we care about any of these? Not really. No, wait. No, we don't. Barrels would be a precursor to ale, but we don't have metal for them. Pottery would be a precursor to ale, and we do have clay for it, so maybe brickyard is going to be the best here. I think that'll be fine. You almost done with those eggs? One charge left, okay. And then that one, and then you'll be done. Oh, that's so much food for 4 tablets. 20 harmony decorations, that's a long ways away. Yeah, give me 4 tablets. I can find 4 tablets. I can't find them in there. I can find 2 in here. That gets us halfway there, and we have enough tools to open it. Get over here. And then we can find 2 more in like a dangerous glade event or something. You guys are done at 256. Storm is in 130, so Resolve is going to be pretty scary for a little bit here. Although we are at 4, I can knock this down to 3. I can do that. We're at 3. And then this is also going to trigger another minus 50 when we finish this one. So that'll knock us halfway down to 3, which will give us a lot of flexibility. I think we're on course to win this one pretty handily. Like, maybe I'm jinxing myself, but we've got a good thing going on here. Give me this brickyard. You need more fabric and brick. That's okay, you're working on it. You can get it done. That herb node, or that flax node is gone. Oh, to finish your stuff. Get these last couple out of the ground, and then I'm destroying you, and you're going to be herbs. And then I'll leave you on vegetables as just a backup food source, because that's a big field. So I am kind of glad that we took plus 25% harvesting, because they're leaving crops in the ground. They're not actually finishing all the harvesting that they have to do in a given season. Okay, delete you. Yes, give me 2 planks back. Become an herb garden. And prioritize this heavily. Everyone is very sad, but they're gonna not be that sad anymore in a minute. And then they'll be okay again. Housing is fine. I could actually do 2 dangerous glades down here. Not at the same time, obviously. I'm not, like, an insane person. But we could do 2 dangerous glades down there. Alright. You're back. You are going to make only herbs. You are never going to make roots. Tavern is going up. We're going to need to find laborers for that. Let's shave one of you. I don't want to shave one of you, because you're gathering food right now. I could shave one of you. You don't matter. 20 seconds. We might lose a beaver. It's gonna be close. We're gonna get you staffed up. That's a +3 to global resolve. You're at -5. Oh, it's gonna be really close. 2, 1. So now they're gonna be positive, but we have to overcome this deficit. 2, 1, 0. Okay, we're fine. We did it. It wasn't that bad. I never doubted. It wouldn't have been the end of the world even if we did lose a beaver. And then they've got to carry all this stuff back from that glade event. And once they do that, I can reassign them to something else. But for right now, they're just like a little busy. And then you are going to come down here. You're going to open this next glade up. There's no way we're taking crowded caravan. Are you crazy? I don't think we're even picking villagers anymore. Unless they come with something that's really good. But this is 7 people. There's no way I'm taking 7 people right now. I'm struggling to keep up as is, man. You're insane. Can I just have like one more beaver from somewhere? Yeah, I don't need 3 people working in that sawmill. Get in there. I also probably don't need 2 people working here, so why don't you get in there? And I probably don't even need like 2 beavers. No, not a lizard. Don't sneak in there. You're gonna make pottery up to like 30, let's say. You're gonna make bricks up to like 20. It's gonna blow through a lot of our clay, don't get me wrong. And actually I think I'm gonna switch you to stone because I can get stone out of these sea marrow deposits once I start working those. This clay deposit's almost gone, and then you're moving up there and you're working on sea marrow. Here's fine, here's fine. Getting tablets out of it. Everything over here is going great. I don't even have to look at this corner of the map. I know everything over there is fine. Lizards are 23 resolve. I think every single lizard I have is working in a warm building, so I can even do this. I can favor humans, and lizards will still have enough resolve to work towards my next rep point. We love to see that. That's going to be just a little road, a little teeny road. It's a long walk from the encampment down there. Alright, Scavenger's Camp is done. With that note, you still have a ton of stuff that you can do. I'll put you over... Oh, they're going to hate this walk. If I get rid of those trees, then I'll move Scavenger's Camp over there. And why don't you just go work in this lumber mill until that's ready to happen. You are out of flax, but I prepared a spot for you. So you're just going to move over there. You are out of clay, but I've also prepared a spot for you to... Oh, it's not far enough. Well, no, it's... Okay, we move this. You come over here. You come over here, and then you can reach the sea marrow. And then you come over here for now, and we're going to move you up a little bit in the future. You get to work in there. Hey, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind like 1 or 2 more villagers, but I'm not taking 7 new villagers. Are you crazy? We have 2 spare houses right now. Also, are you gonna like come open this glade, or are you just gonna look at it? I guess you're working on that tree. Maybe I should have told you to not work on that tree. You're still emptying this caravan. You're still emptying this cache. Well, that'll free up labor. We have, what, 2 people working on this event? We have 3 people working... No, 2 and 2. We have 4 extra spare laborers right now, who are just temporarily preoccupied, but not, like, permanently gainfully employed. Lizards are up to 22 for their threshold. We could favor... No, we can't, because they'll drop by 10. Yeah, whatever. As long as we're getting rep from somewhere, I'm not too concerned about it. We can work out the particulars later. We are at 4, but that's because we have heavily staffed woodcutters camps right now. It'll drop to 3 soon. You can move up by 1. I need you to move up by 1 more after that. Zorg is here. What you got for me, Zorg? We've got enough money to buy stuff from you today. Plantation, I don't really care. Half a rep, I also don't really care. Ale production, I definitely don't care. Like, I would care if I could make ale, but I can't make ale. So, my choices are take plantation, which I have no plans of using, but it does thin our building choices for the next 3 reputation levels. Or, just take half a reputation. Or take neither, but that doesn't seem very good. Whatever, I'll take a plantation. Maybe I will use it, who knows? Maybe there's like fertile soil in here and I'm like, I'll just put a plantation there. Show me what you got in this glade. It's going to be another one that we're probably going to be working on in the middle of a storm, so hopefully it's not that bad. It's not that bad. We get tablets. We also finished 3 of 3 dangerous glades. Give me 7 more tools. Trim you. Trim you. Get to work in here. Give me those tablets. I need them. So this one is minus 18 to resolve for woodcutters and gatherers. So if we need to mitigate it, we can. We can just have people not gather while this is in progress. And then 175% faster impatience, which I don't know if that's just this bar or if it's also 175% to impatience events, but we should still be careful about impatience. We get a new building. 3-star ale is quite good because we have a tavern. So we'll be picking brewery, and we're not going to think about it like much more than that. And we're going to stick you in there immediately. You're out of grain. We're almost out of pottery. But we're making pottery, so that's okay. And then pack of crops, don't ever make pack of crops. Pickled goods, also pretty good, helps keep beavers happy, but there's no way that we can make enough pottery for all of that. We would need a ton of clay. Your threshold is 22, you're doing fine. You're also going to be like a little mad, because you're probably gathering somewhere. You're hauling that away. You're almost done with that, so that'll get 2 humans back. And then honestly, after this, we're just going to send it like right over here. We're not going to open it, but we're going to send it like right over there. You've got 10% move speed, 15% quicker traders. Don't really care. You've got more tablets, but I don't have enough tools to open you. Also don't have enough tools to open you, but I could open you. You're like a small cache. 10 tools. We don't have a way to get metal, though, so we're not going to be able to build anymore. Give me 2 humans working in here. Finish this path, now that we can. We're eating all of our grain, but we're eating all of our grain because we're turning it into flour. So as soon as flour hits 100, the production rate of flour is going to drop off a bit, and we'll be okay. And we've got herbs coming in, so we can basically make pie and biscuits forever now. And that's going to really stack our resolve up. Once everyone gets those needs met, I think it's +5 for biscuits? Yeah, +5 for biscuits, +5 for pie. So all of these numbers assume that they're just going to be, 10 higher all the time, since we're good on flour and we're good on herbs. And that's going to be great. We're going to love that for us. I'm going to need to trim a woodcutter here for storm, probably. I've already trimmed 2 woodcutters. But actually, I think this is going to give us a -50, so maybe I don't need to trim a woodcutter. Dude, 2 stacks of Calming the Forest is insane. We don't have to worry about hostility at all. It is completely under control. Our hearth is fine. This hearth is fine. We got a lot of people just like... What's going on here? I guess you don't have anything to do. Fine. All 3 of you don't have anything to do. Fine, I guess. I just kind of need you to stay there. But I think I can poach you. Get you to work in here making more pottery. Faster pottery. Cash is gone. I was going to move that harvester up 1 square. What an incredible suggestion to make sure that, like, 30 minutes from now I don't forget about that route. I could also staff these, but that's going to tank our resolve with this running. Let's see how bad it is once the debuffs kick in. Yeah, -5, that's about what I expected. Oh, but we are at 3. I guess our impatience ticked up. Get our last order. Have 18 beavers to get 10% chance of producing double yields under the effect of education. +2 to pie production, +3 to beaver resolve. And how close are we? We're at 19. Wait. We're done. Like, we take this and then we just go, oh, hey, we have 18 beavers as long as none of them leave in 30 seconds. That's really good. +2 to pie production is going to be great. It's going to extend our food even further beyond. And food is 100% stabilized. Remember when we had like 15 food a little while ago? Man, those were not the days. I don't remember that time at all. Okay, you're done, which means all that's going to be fine. Beavers are done, which means we can take this. They get a +3. Pies go even further. I don't need to favor you anymore, probably. I think you'll just be fine. And then we're cruising, man. Like, I'm going to crack this glade just to see what's in there. I don't think we even need to. But we might as well take a look, you know? What's our resin like? Because resin gets used in a lot of those. 41? Yeah, we could afford an event that requests us to spend resin. We could also afford an event that requests us to spend tools, because we've got 12. There are events that ask for lumber. Maybe we could go to, like, you know, 30 lumber, just in case. We might get a nice building repair event. So yeah, I'm talking myself into opening this glade at the end of storm, or you know, right now because it's close enough to the end of storm. Are you doing anything that matters? Yeah, you're fine, just chilling there, I guess. You're fine up there. I could double staff you, but labor's a little tight, and I'm not super in a rush for sea marrow. Cornerstones. Global production's 50% faster, but trading is unavailable. All houses have room for one more villager. Don't really want either of these. Like, global production 50% faster, like, could be good, and we're not really getting amber anymore, so I guess. That perk is going to get a lot worse when we unlock trade routes, though. Build a road out there. And you know, why not? Just build a road over here. Our new villagers take 7 people to get 35 insects. Like, it's a lot of jerky, but 7 people are going to eat a lot of jerky real friggin' quick, dude. So I'm just going to leave it. Lizards at 30 resolve. Threshold is 22. Humans at 39. Threshold is 30. And there's beavers hitting 30 as well. So everyone is ticking reputation. In like a major way. Let's get a new building. I would love to have coats, honestly. Like, it's more resolve for doing the same thing. And you know what? We don't have any production... Well, we don't have production buildings over here because, like, none of them fit well. So... let's get you out of here. Then we'll get a clothier in here. Give me 100 coats. Water skin scrolls, don't even worry about it. Don't need them right now. The other one we need is training weapons. Over here, what do we got? Ooh. Homestead. I've never seen a homestead before. What does this do? Uses a large area of nearby farm fields to produce grain, vegetables, mushrooms, and plant fiber. Oh, so it's just like a big farm. Okay. Forest hostility increased by 300 points. This is a great time to do this right now. And, well, man, hostility by 50 isn't great. 25 crystallized dew is, like 18 tools, which opens us a cache. And we do have repeatable hostility reductions. This is an interesting choice. And it's 30 incense. And we do need to fill need for religion 60 times. So if we get like a temple, this incense is halfway to finishing a temple. I'm going to salvage it. I think I'm insane, but I'm going to salvage it. Get down here. This encampment, I also kind of want to pop. because we have a quest to do it. So let me get you guys off of here. Sorry, they're called orders, not quests. You welcome new people. We'll take 4 people in. We're going to need 1 more house to accommodate them. Just dump it over here. I know it's ugly. I'm sorry. It's everything was ruined when this berry bush got in the way of my plans. I'm sorry there's not the most aesthetically pleasing village that you've ever seen in your life, okay? So, orders. This is going to be done. This is going to be done. That's going to push us to here. And then we need reputation for each species to tick once. Which is not, like, a hard ask. Also, this homestead is, like, surrounded by farms. Actually, now that I look at it. Why don't you get in here and start cutting some of this down? I do want to repair this just to see what it does, but it's a lower priority right now. We're going to finish Rain Totem first. We're going to finish Encampment, and then I'll get someone to work in there. I just want to look at it. Like, I don't think this is a building that you unlock the blueprint for. I think you can only find it in Glades. You're carrying tablets. Good. We're going to need those shortly. You're bringing resin. Good. This we can bring down, and that might be a useful shortcut in the future. Oh wait, no one's working here. Because we're at Hostility 6, probably. And I don't think I would want people working there. Yeah, fair. Alright, well, fine. We're not going to chop trees for 4 minutes. So, Lost Knowledge is done. But if we do Lost Knowledge, we're going to lose an Impatience. And losing an Impatience is going to push us to Hostility 7, and I don't want that to happen, so I'm actually going to wait until this Rain Totem is done. Because humans are ticking right now for resolve, so I'm just going to let them do that. And I'm just going to let it sit. I'm not in such a rush. Well, actually, wait, what do we get out of Ancient Tablets? It's just a bunch of food. We have a bunch of food. I like a bunch of food. We have some food. You guys are so slow. Yeah, we'll be fine. Kind of want a second bakery. Because it looks like they're having a little bit of difficulty keeping up. Like, we don't have a surplus of biscuits or pie or jerky right now. I don't think it's going to matter, but if we were playing Prestige, where like we'd have to keep going for a couple more reputation levels, I think a second bakery is definitely something that would happen. But I don't think it's going to need to happen here. 245. This will be done before clearance. That's great news. You're almost done, like, as we speak. That's going to give us 2 humans, 2 lizards, which are immediately going to go to work in this homestead to repair it. I wonder if these count as Glade events. They don't. Okay, that's fine. I don't think I was really expecting them to, honestly. I wonder if this counts as a Glade event. Probably not. I think it counts as a salvage building. I think it's only these that count for calming the forest. We got our rep point from humans. Let's favor them to keep that going a little longer. Hostility is terrifyingly close to 7, but it will be fine. What is the last mystery? Oh yeah, it does not matter at all. We got really lucky with our mystery rolls here. Prevented by housing, prevented by housing, prevented by housing, and then the one that's like, oh, you eat a little bit more food. Not that scary. Not that scary at all. We're out of herbs, really? Is that because you're making incense over here? Yeah, you're like not at incense cap yet. It'll stabilize after we get to 100 incense. We'll be okay. Food is fine. We don't have a surplus, but we have enough to push them up in rep every once in a while. And that's okay. You're repairing this. You have 50 seconds to go. We can also... Let's see. Looks like here... You're missing some? And this one's just like buried in the forest. I think we could put a hearth here too if we wanted to. That's kind of interesting. If we really wanted to crank the workload on that. Alright, stop. We did something to hit hostility 7. I'm not exactly sure what it was. What would that have been? Did we lose it? Oh, we lost an impatience because someone must have ticked in reputation. Because we just hit rep 10. Makes sense. But that's done. So now everyone's extremely happy. And now that everyone's extremely happy, we can go, give me a shitload of food. Oh my god, look at the range of this homestead. Holy cow. And you can move it? This building's insane. Sown field, 17. No, it's more than that, dude. And 4 people work here. What a great building. That we're not going to use, because we're probably going to win the game before it matters. What's our pick? Houses. Okay, fine. We have the fewest lizards, so we're going to get the most bang for our buck there. Also, we don't have anyone working in the clothier. Well, let's fix that. Let's go over to you. You need to make, like, fabric until we got 40, and you're going to need some help in there. And then you can start chopping this field back. Nope, just kidding, you can't. That pushes us to hostility 4. Let's leave you where you are. Got clay down there. Hey, we're very close to winning here, so I'm not going to fuss about it too much. Here's Storm. Storm, we should be just fine. Like, these are very high resolve scores. Yeah. We're still in double digits up here. We actually can't afford to have someone working here during Storm. They might eat double food every once in a while. Oh, well. How bad? Actually, it's like 50%. Just kidding. Don't eat all my food. What's another minute and a half really going to cost us? We don't have to make insane plays just to finish like 2 minutes faster. This is a really cool building, man. Like, we could, if we wanted to, we could put it here instead of where the temple is, or like here, and we could get rid of both those farms. But then you've just got like really long walks, I guess. But then I guess when it spawns, it also spawns itself with a ton of fields. It's very neat. I like it a lot. You could also just like open glades. Well, actually, we could also just open boxes. Can't open that one. Could open this one. Just open this box. Get it out of the way. Give us another half rep point. Does Lost in the Woods get us anything we want? 8 tools? Like, not really. I'll wait on it. It would knock our impatience down by 1. Although I guess we could afford to do it right now. And just push it from 3 to like more 3. Yeah, it's fine. And then Storm ends. And people go back to work. Get in there. Sure. Don't know where meat comes from, but also we have not even needed a Blight Rod post. 76% max corruption. It's a little scary, but I think we're going to win before the next storm season. Like, beavers are ticking, humans are ticking. We have less than a bar to go. We're in good shape. Things are going well. We have a shitload of idlers here. I guess there's not a lot to do right now. We're out of wood? When did this happen? Probably because, like, we haven't had anyone working in woodcutters' camps, I would guess. This actually makes quite a bit of sense. It's got a little spooky near the end, man. So we got minus 150 hostility from calming the forest. That's pretty good. Yeah, nothing else to do, really. But just wait for the rep to tick up. Beaver's down to 35. I think that's okay. They haven't even hit their first rep threshold yet. We must have run out of ale or something. There we go. Settlement complete. We've completed several deeds. Apparently, we've leveled. Sorry, there's a lot going on right now. Oh, we didn't even have temple. Holy cow. So we got temple, scribe. We got mine, new trader, rich glades cornerstone, and overdiligent woodworkers. Okay. Completed a ton of deeds. We'll go find out what those are in a sec. We got 1604 for score. Finished before year 8. No villagers left. No villagers died. And completed some dangerous events. Back to the world map. So we've got near us. We now have Itira, and we found a fertile grounds modifier. So that's probably where the next village is going to go. And we'll get to do new biome. So next village is going to be marshlands with fertile grounds. Pop over to Smoldering City, check all of our deeds, discover 10 glades. Yep, that was definitely done. Win a game in the Royal Woodlands on Settler or higher. Yep, we did that. We've unlocked Guildhouse, Clan Hall, Cellar, Metal Delivery Line, Rebellious Spirit, and Safe Haven. I do like Safe Haven a lot. I tend to upgrade my neighborhoods. Taking action. Win a game after completing 5 glade events. Yeah. Did that. Win on Pioneer Hire. We did that. We've unlocked a pipe, which is a fun decorative object. Win with nobody dying. Did that. Win on Veteran Hire. Yep. Did that. We get the pipe ending. Win a game with a farm, a brewery, and a tavern. Sure. Didn't mean to, but I'll take the XP. Win on Viceroy. Yep. Did that. We get Dullahan Wanderer as a new trader. Win a game having gained at least 5 rep points through Resolve. Didn't know we did that, but I'll take the road sign. It's a aesthetics decoration. And win a game with no dead villagers on Viceroy. 200 out of 250. Not bad for our first game where we had deeds unlocked. And then we'll pop over here into upgrades. Let's see what we got going on. We have 106 food, and we can get everything up to 5. So choose meat and vegetables. I'm not that excited about. 1% bonus to production yields. I'm not that excited about. Allows you to establish trade routes. This we want. This is very important. Upgrade hubs to neighborhood. We do a lot of hub upgrading. This is also important. +1 embarkation points, pretty good. And consumption control is really good. So let's take that. 1 additional option for cornerstones is good, but it's not critical. 1 additional option to choose from. Choosing blueprints is a reputation route. Nice, but not critical. So let's take the embarkation point for more stuff. And then I feel like getting blueprints is probably better than getting cornerstones. There's a lot of blueprints that, like, if you don't get them, you're very sad. And there's not a lot of cornerstones, like, if you don't get them, you're very sad. So let's guarantee ourselves better blueprints for that pick. And there we go. So that's where I'm going to be done for today. I think I'm going to try and stream 1 Against the Storm game per day. Basically, we might go up to 2 when we unlock the daily expeditions, because I'd like to do the daily +1 normal game. But that's where we're going to call it for that. We're still sitting pretty at our 100% win ratio. That will not last. Enjoy these times while they're here. And yeah, it's going really well. I'm super excited to be playing Against the Storm. I'm having a ton of fun with it. And I will definitely catch you guys around for the next one. But until then, have a good rest of your weekend.